A Colorado man who pleaded guilty to careless driving in the death of a 13-year-old boy was sentenced to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine. It is the maximum sentence allowed by law. Your reporter, Douglas County, Olivia Young, has followed this story since the tragic crash.
1 year in jail. It's the maximum sentence Marone has faced, but the mother of Alex Maskevich says true justice hasn't been served.
Punishment has to be appropriate to outcome. In our case, outcome is death of my son.
Victoria Sigelski says the time Ruben Morones faces pales in comparison to what he took.
Everybody knew Alex and everybody loved Alex. He didn't have any single enemy.
Morones has a history of 12 driving offenses, including DUIs in 2001 and 2010, and a 2006 careless driving resulting in injury charge. The defense said those charges are over a decade old. And this tragic accident happened because the sun was in Morones' eyes, and he missed the stoplight.
Careless driving resulting in death. Person cannot be accidentally careless.
Speaking through a Spanish-language interpreter, Morones begged the family for their forgiveness, as his attorneys asked the judge to follow the recommendation of the probation department and sentence him to probation. Instead, the judge handed down the 1-year jail sentence.
I can't say I'm happy, but I am satisfied.
Sigelski wants to change state law so cases like this are felonies, an effort she says is backed by the governor and local leaders.
The system is very broken when the most severe consequence for careless driving resulting in death is a $1,000 fine and a year in jail.
I can't think of another charge on Colorado's books that result in the death of another human being that has such a low punishment as this one.
Hoping to make change in memory of her son.
Caring, caring, caring. That's how everybody describe Alex.
Morones will begin serving his 1-year sentence on February 2nd. The judge did authorize him to apply for a work release, providing he's not the one driving to and from jail. In Douglas County, I'm Olivia Young, covering Colorado First.
Joining me now to talk a little bit more about this, of course, is Olivia. We appreciate you being here, Olivia.
Of course.
Such a difficult story, of course, for anyone to do. We've certainly heard from Alex's mom there, and you've spent quite a bit of time with her as well. She's been talking about the punishment. She is obviously fighting for changes.
Yeah, she is, Karen. Just so heartbreaking every time I've heard from her. And one priority right now is that potential civil case against Sherwin-Williams Insurance Company. But she's appeared at events urging change in Douglas County and remembering road traffic victims. And now she says she won't stop until laws are changed so that we see more severe penalties for careless driving resulting in death.
Now, are law enforcement lawmakers looking at this case with possible intentions, of course, of trying to change the law? What are their hopes?
Yeah, it looks like Victoria has a lot of people behind her. We know she has spoken to State Senator John Carson, as well as Governor Jared Polis. And as you just heard, local leaders like the new 23rd Judicial District DA George Brockler and Sheriff Darren Weekly have also been supportive of changing laws to increase penalties for crimes like this.
Yeah, we know the story has also, of course, showed the community in Highlands Ranch coming together for the victim and the family. A lot of people rallying around her.
Absolutely. There was a huge swell of support and efforts to memorialize him and his elementary school. They installed a buddy bench in Alex's honor, and Victoria, his mother, tells me she wants to create a community garden in honor of traffic victims as well.
Such a sweet young boy.
Yeah, so sad.
Olivia, thank you. And you can find more on these stories by checking out cbscolorado.com.